Alright, hey everybody. This video is to show you how to start your own superworm colony. Now I'm going to show you quick on how to do this. Now, what you're going to need is, obviously, you're going to need some superworms, like that. And you're going to need Dixie cups and a container. Now, I know there's a lot of methods out there. This is my method. So, what you need to do is you need to get your Dixie cup, line it with Scotch tape. After that, you set your superworm in there. Now the Scotch tape is to help prevent them from coming out. Set your superworm in there and set it inside your container. And this is what your container should look like. Have them standing straight up like that. Now my container fits 12. I recommend you to get a container that can fit maybe more than 12. I started off with 25 superworms and ended up with 20 of them. 5 of them, died. And after that, once they pupate, let me show you a pupa. Well, before they pupate, you want to look for this. You want to look for a superworm like that. Hold on. There we go. You see, he's like in a C form. Once they turn to C form, you know that's when they're going to get ready to pupate. And when I say pupa, this is what they look like when they pupate. Where's it at? It's right here. This is a pupa. Let me see. He fell. Sorry. But that was a pupa. They look like little alien creatures. And once that happens, it'll take about maybe 2 weeks just for them to pupate. And then after that, what you can do is you can have a separate container and set them inside there. And maybe about after another week and a half to 2 weeks, they'll turn into a beetle. And once you get your beetles going, you need another container already. Line the bottom up with cornmeal. Now, cornmeal is the best so far, because I use wheat bran, I used oats. They get moldy very quickly if your moisture hits it, and then it just totally ruins your colony. So what you need to do, I suggest you use cornmeal. Now, what I have for their moisture is a carrot. You can use carrot, you can use celery, apple, potatoes. It's really up to you. I use carrots because it lasts longer. And all you need to do is just leave them in there for about, I say, another 2 weeks. And then after that, what you need to do is you need to take all the beetles out, all the other stuff, and the cornmeal that you have, you need to empty it out into another container. Now here's the container I use, just an old ice cream container. And what you do is you leave them in there for about another week and a half. And after that, you can check it and like move your finger around, and what you'll find, if you see little tiny things crawling everywhere, then it was a success. You have baby supers. I don't know if you can see them. I have a lot. I tried counting these already. I stopped because I was tired. It was too much to count, but I got to 578. And like I said, I started off with 25 superworms and ended up with 20 beetles. 5 of them died, so 20 beetles. And yeah, I think there's over 1,000 of them in there. So yeah, just keep checking them. And every time after 2 weeks, like I said, empty the cornmeal into the container that the babies are in. And yeah, just keep repeating it over and over. You want to start with as much superworms as possible. Like I started off with 20. I'm going to start a whole new batch, which I have ready to go. And you just want to end up with as much superworms, the beetles, you want to end up with them as much as possible. A lot of them, so they can have more babies. But what I also recommend is don't use a small container like this. I'm going to get a new container. I'd use a bigger one because the more room they have, it's better, because they're cannibals. They'll eat each other if they don't have enough room. And yeah, that's basically it. Just maintain it, check them every day, make sure they're okay, make sure they have a source of moisture, and that's it. That's all you need. And before you know it, you're gonna have a lot of superworms. All right, comment on my video.